All right, y'all, we back at it. Let's see. First we're gonna do the first race breakdown. It will be the women's 100-meter final. Also, yes, I'm in the car. Always wear your seatbelt. Strap up, man. Strap up, save a life. Anyway, that women's 100-meter final, bro. Okay, let's go back. Let's go back before we get to the final, because I do want to dissect the final. We got to go back to the semifinal, man. Sha'Carri, bro, just stop. Stop playing. No, let me take that back. Sha'Carri, keep playing. Cause when she is, I feel like she is at the peak of her superpowers when she is like on 12. She got the charm on. Every camera she see, she in front of it. She flirting with the camera, you know what I'm saying? She letting you know, like, nigga, I'm that girl. You feel me? I am that girl. I'm the queen bee out here. Can't none of these other ones see me out here. When she was in the finals, she kind of toned it down a little bit. She was more reserved. It might have been nerves. She might have just been more serious for the occasion. It's a big deal. It's the Olympic trials 100-meter women's finals. Like, this is how you punch your ticket to Tokyo. Her demeanor was different. Understandably so. But in the semifinals, like, I feel like we got the real Sha'Carri Richardson in the semifinal. Like, all the brashness, all the bravado, all of it, all the cockiness. Like, I feel like she is at her best when she's that athlete. Because to run the 100 at a world-class level, to win the 100 and to possibly win the 100-meter women's Olympic title, you might have to be that type of athlete. Like, mentally, you might have to be that type of athlete to do it. Her semifinal race was... her semifinal race was amazing, man. Coming out the block, she doesn't typically have the best start. She's typically either with the pack or slightly behind. But she executes her drive phase perfectly. She lifts perfectly. She gets into her running perfectly. And when she is accelerating, her top end speed is not matched by anybody. That semifinal race, if she would have, like, she slowed down, bro. She eased up. She is pointing at the clock 25 meters from the finish line. Reminiscent of Carmelita Jetta in the 4x1 finals at the 2012 London Olympics. She is pointing at the clock with 25 to go. She was probably thinking about pointing at the clock with 50 to go. She is pointing at the clock, boom. What she run, 1063, 1064? Goodness. Like, win barely over the allowable, man. 2.0 is a legal tailwind. She had a 2.6. It's barely no win. Like, she rolling out of bed running 10.6 because when she gets to her top speed, she relaxes better than any other sprinter on the face of the planet. She does not press that last 40 meters. In the final, she by far had the worst start she's had all season. By far had the worst start she had all season. Oliver, I think Oliver was on her inside. I think Oliver was in lane 3 or 4. And Richardson was in 5. Oliver had the best start of the field. She was gone. At 50 meters, Oliver was winning. I figured she was gonna make her. I figured she was gonna make the team. I thought she was gonna get second. I didn't think she was. I did not. Definitely wasn't nobody beating Sha'Carri at all. But Oliver and Richardson, they train together, so it makes sense. But Oliver by far had the best start. Sha'Carri may have had the second or third worst start in the field. Like, it was terrible for her standards. Like, it was not a good start at all. 30 meters, 40 meters, she is not in contention. Well, obviously she's in contention to win, but she is not in the part of the pack that you think she should be in at 40 meters into the race. With 40 to go, she starts to pull ahead, and she starts to separate. The winning margin was nowhere near as big as it should have been or as big as it could have been. She did what she had to do. Like, she came, she saw, she conquered. I think she ran 1087, maybe 1087, 1088. She ran 10.8 with a legal win. Actually, it reversed. They had a 1.0 headwind, so she ran that into a headwind. I honestly, Louis, and go look at her post-race interview. She talked about a mom passing away. So that may have been something that was weighing on them, man. Athletes are humans, and they go through real emotions. They have real life going on outside of the confines of whatever medium they're competing in. So all of that may have had to do with it. 100%, I get it. Just from like a race, in like her immediately after the race going up into the stands and embracing her grandmother. I believe that's her grandmother. That was beautiful, man. That was beautiful. Track wise though, well, she knows this. Her coach knows this. Everybody knows this. This is just commentary. If she has a start like she did in the finals, in the Tokyo finals, she not winning. She has everything she needs to bring home gold. If she has a start like that, her start was in the final, like the one she had in the semifinals. That's typically how she comes out the blocks. She can't come out the blocks in the final with Elaine Thompson and Shelly-Ann Fraser-Pryce and Dina Asher-Smith. She is not coming back. They not coming back. They are not coming back. The likes that she ran against at the trials, if they out in front of her, if it's a 20-30 meter deficit, if it's in a 100, I gotta take that back. It wasn't that big. It wasn't that big. That was hyperbole. If the margin, if she's running against elite level 100 meter sprinters, as she is at the Olympic level, especially athletes who have the start of a Shelly-Ann Fraser-Pryce. Like, when Shelly-Ann comes out the block, she is gone. She beat most dudes out the blocks. Probably. Like, her start is sick. If Sha'Carri cannot clean up that start in the first 10-15 meters of her race, they not coming back in the Olympic final. If she can clean that, if she can figure that out, if Sha'Carri can figure that out, if she can figure her start out, nobody in the field, no other woman on the face of the earth has the top end speed that can match what Sha'Carri Richardson can do from 50 meters on into the finish line. But Shelly-Ann, Blessings Okabari from Nigeria, all of them, like, they not coming back if she let them get that far out in front of her. But shout out to her. It was amazing. It was an amazing race. It was an amazing race to watch. I wonder what the rest of her season is gonna look like, because it's been about a month before the trials since she last competed. She ran in a 200 overseas. So I'm interested to see. I think the Olympics are about a month away, so he's probably not going to compete overseas prior to the games. Maybe not. That's a decision that they have to come to with their coach. But yeah, that 100 meter final was interesting. It was I'm kind of glad it played out the way it did. The semifinals, it probably wasn't as much pressure on her. The Olympic trials 100 meter final was a ton of pressure, and she probably felt the weight of all that. But she fought through it. She persevered through it. Mentally, she got herself right, and she did what she had to do. So yeah, shout out to all three of those young ladies, Richardson, Oliver, and Tiana Daniels. Those three make up the U.S. women's 100 meter team going to Tokyo. So shout out to them, man.